Right. Hello, I'm Ben, and welcome to Quarterlife, Quandary. We'll be chatting about life, relationships, events, experiences, and anything in between. Joined today with Katie and Aaron in this, our Quarterlife Quandary.
Hello.
Bonjour. What are we up to, ladies and gentlemen?
Well, I think speaking on your behalf, Ben, you're currently just de-stressing from trying to start this podcast.
You didn't even hear the start. This microphone I've bought comes with a USB adapter to turn a 3.5 jack to USB, and that sounded even worse than original.
The joys of
I hope our valued listeners know the pains we go through of trying to record a podcast, because it is very painful. You think, oh yeah, we can just record a podcast.
This coming from the person it does the least in this podcast.
Yeah.
Whoa. Look, I'm the funny guy, okay?
You're not even that.
Wait, what?
What?
I
don't even know what you are.
You're just here. And you're not even that all the time. Like, sometimes you're just not here.
I'm always here on the podcast.
There's been a few times where I've edited the recording and I've just thought, where's Aaron for the last 10 minutes?
20 minutes.
You just there's just a little blip on the record and just going, ah.
20 minutes after we start recording, we get a message saying, "Oh, we're recording tonight."
Whoa! Look, it's been a very stressful.
That's how you know Aaron knows he's wrong, though. Whoa!
Whoa! Hey! Oh! Hey!
That's 100% his confession.
So I've got a topic out of the list of many topics that I have. So I'm going to read straight what I've written down. It is in shorthand, so give me a minute whilst I get it up.
That's what she said.
I was literally just looking at your name like, go on, Aaron. Literally rolled the joke for you there. When did you realise that you were toxic?
Oh.
Does it have to just be one time? Or
you go with whatever comes to mind first.
Sometimes I forget and then remember again after something happens.
See, I think there's two sides to this coin, Ben. Katie instinctively went for the self-defense of her personal character, whereas I had Britney Spears in my head.
Oh.
So.
That's literally the same thing.
The self-defense of personal character is a weird way to phrase my self-deprecation.
In the song, she literally says something along the lines of, "You know that you're toxic." This is literally the same thing.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know how to pinpoint it because I suck. Do
you want me to go first?
What, like on my one? When did you realise I was toxic then?
No, like myself.
Oh.
Like some inner self, what's the word? Reflection. You know when you exactly that word. That's right. I've been reflecting, and again, like I've said previously, I work on my own a lot, and there's a lot of time for thought, which is not a very good place sometimes. But there was a thing a while ago where I was like, why do my relationships keep failing? And I was like, the only common denominator is me.
Very true.
And I have realised that I have been a bit of a dick in the past to quite a lot of people.
Mine was along a similar lines of like, I'm just manipulative a lot of the time without realising it.
It's okay to realise you've been toxic in the past, but, some of the shit that they did was very toxic as well, so I don't feel necessarily guilty for it, but it's nice to realise that it's not, it wasn't all just them.
I think there's never no one's ever 100% like their hands are clean in any situation like that, but as long as you take from it what you did and bet yourself on it, I mean, that's kind of progress, right?
Oh yeah. The whole relationship thing is just keep trying until, you can put up with someone. You can put up with someone enough their faults are almost endearing.
That happened.
All three of us have been in long-term relationships.
Don't remind me.
And if there are any, children listening to this podcast or sub 18-year-olds,
you shouldn't be.
Besides that, you shouldn't be. But also, long-term relationship is more than one school term. Okay, so
oh my god, yeah.
Wow.
And it is one of those things where when you first break up with somebody, you do purely blame the other person. From my own personal experience, you just go, "Oh, that other person, they're a piece of shit." Blah 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 blah. All the common sort of usual thoughts. Am I alone in that, or?
No, I did this with one of my bigger relationships. Like, I was like, he is the enemy. This guy sucks. And then the further it ran along, I was like, oh no, I was a dick. Oh no, that was a lot of me in that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. But then that is also just as bad, because then you start to dissect every single moment of that relationship, and you start to look back and you go, the crux of where everything all started to go wrong. And yeah, it's one of those rabbit holes you should just not go down.
I think you should.
Yeah, saying that, as soon as I said that, I was like, or maybe, yeah, you should. Maybe give it a good amount of time first. So there's no fresh emotions or, raw emotions first.
You need to get through your hoe phase first and then start reflecting.
Yes. And I sort of look back, and I was in a long-term relationship for 7 years, and sort of look back and go, yeah, I don't remember doing anything wrong. I was always the good guy. And then you think back and you go, yeah, okay, at the beginning of a relationship, I would do stupid things like, go get her flowers, or, really nice things. And then, like, I was also thinking, I was like, but I didn't stop doing them either. What else changed? Like, was it just a case of you got so used to being with that other person, like it wasn't special anymore?
There's definitely a honeymoon period.
Oh yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? Because like you put your best foot forward when you meet someone, and then you hope that it's enough for them. As soon as you release all your blemishes to them after like 4 or 5 months, you hope that's enough for them to stick it out a bit more. It's even worse, like when you move in with someone, that's when you really notice.
Yeah. There's certain sort of, as you say, there's certain sort of stages. Like moving in with somebody. That's one of the ones where you start to realise they've got some annoying traits or habits that you didn't originally pick up on because you weren't around them constantly. How long is a good comical one? How long did it take for you guys to fart or burp or other bodily functions that a lot of people do get self-conscious about?
First date.
Literally, like, there is no containing this force. Like, it can't be done.
I mean, see, you've got a bit of novelty around you, though, Katie.
Wait, what?
Because everybody has maybe like two, maybe three different types of laughs.
Aaron?
But you are just like a...
Don't leave me hanging. I want to know what the novelty was and I can't hear anyone. No.
Occasions. Yes, I am outing you and your weird laughing habits.
It's I think she's not here.
Is she just being quiet out of
no, it literally says she's offline.
Oh no, we've lost Katie out of the podcast. Okay, well, she's not here.
She's literally laughed her way out.
Or I've insulted her so badly that she has just dropped off, and she's currently on her way to my chateau.
Well, it's going to take a long time to walk there. I don't even know if she can come back in when we're recording.
She's just sent me a message. I can't hear anyone. What is the novelty? What is the novelty? What is the novelty, Ben?
I didn't think she had a novelty. I thought my laugh was the novelty one. It sounded like Jimmy Carr.
See, Katie has a really, really bad Jimmy Carr. I think hers are like, I just heard yours just a few seconds ago, but I would probably say that hers is worse.
Nah, I don't really notice. Wait until you try and edit one of these, and then you got to hear yourself talk for 4 hours.
Yeah,
That's
see,
grating.
this is the other thing with podcasts was you asked me to get some highlights together for for our other social media platforms like TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, just little bite-sized chunks and stuff like that. And I listened to the podcast back, and you said to me it's really difficult to find a funny moment that includes yourself because you just go, no, I'm not funny, not funny in the slightest bit. And I done exactly what you said. I did not pick up on anything that I said that I would say would be funny, and I only highlighted you and Katie.
Do you know what else is interesting in that idea? Is it's also when you're editing it, you tend to edit out the bits that you missed and the bits where you stutter and the bits where you cough, and you pick up other people's major ones. But then when you go for a second, you have to do 2 run throughs, and when you do a second run through, you miss out so much of the other people's on the second run through because you're thinking, you're scanning for when you know that you're fine in the recording. That's when you go through and find everyone else's issues.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
it's the same with like when you start cutting out stuff. I didn't want to say that, or
I heard someone,
that. And then you go back in and you start finding out the stuff that you and Katie have said, and you're like, oh, okay, no, we're not going to add that.
Aaron,
we're going to add this. You really have to give it like 2 or 3 run throughs, and that's why it takes so long to do.
I believe we have a Katie back with us.
I'm back.
It's not showing on mine.
I can't hear Ben.
Oh, so this is the other joys of podcasting, people. If we do not edit this out, you can hear the turmoils we have to go through. So I can currently hear Katie. You guys can probably hear Katie. Ben cannot hear Katie, and Katie cannot hear Ben.
And this is literally the problem that we had.
It's all going so well.
Started.
Yeah, so it's moved around. So it's kind of like a conversing with the spirits. I am going to be your medium for the time being until we can until we can resolve this issue.
Just kill me.
Hold on, Ben. The spirit is talking to me. What did she say? Come back, spirit. Kill me, Ben. She's saying to kill her.
I thought she was already dead.
I mean, I wish he was dead. Eey.
Wow.
This could be an interesting one. We could.
What was the novelty? I know what the novelty was.
Spiritualist nature. Channel some ghost energy into the cast.
I mean, I would say Derekkora, but he's been properly outed. So
I don't even know who that is.
Derekkora from Most Haunted.
And Yvette Fielding.
Couldn't stand it. It was just people running around with GoPros in a haunted house. Like, I could do that in my bedroom.
I was saying Derekkora and Yvette Fielding.
Yeah, is Derekkora actually dead?
I don't know. He's full of shit, but I don't know if he's dead. Oh shit, he died in January. Last year.
Was it January this year or January last year?
Last year.
Last year. There we go. It's so weird, isn't it? And it's going to be like people are going to be listening to this podcast and they're going, the fuck are these guys doing? Shit show, amateur hour. This is what there we go. We should have a little bell. We need a little bell soundboard of potential names for the podcast. And I am going to put forward the name of this podcast is Amateur Hour.
I mean, it's accurate.
I'm getting I'm
We
getting
already got a name. What are
Yeah,
you
I know.
talking about?
No, because we've got the name of the podcast, Ben.
Oh,
Yes,
you
of
mean
course.
the episode name?
The episode name. Yeah, so obviously we've had what was it, Fight Club Orgy? So yeah,
What
this
was the second one?
second one was
Breast milk.
breast milk.
Chocolate breast milk. And what was the last one?
I'm trying to gather energy from the spirit world.
Is Katie telling you?
No. Can I hear a spirit?
What?
What was that spirit? Come back?
No.
Ah, damn it. The spirit is not being forthcoming, Ben. I cannot remember what the episode was called.
I can't live like this.
Shaft, 4 glands.
One shaft, 4 glands. There we go. So I am going to recommend that this episode is called Amateur Hour because Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog is an echidna?
Yeah.
Wow. You
Yeah.
did listen.
Yeah. And it's something to do with they've got a very sensitive penis.
They've got 4 heads on their penis.
4 better. They are lucky guys. That Knuckles, jeez.
Were you actually paying attention to the last podcast?
I didn't think Bellin was going to be suited for a podcast episode name.
A little bit of geeky information. He can't keep hold of those fucking Chaos Emeralds, though, can he? Dickhead.
Anyway.
Oh, fucking hell.
But, yeah, so hopefully people are listening to this podcast and they're getting the best of both worlds. They're getting you, Ben, and they're also getting the murmurings of Katie. She is very quiet, though. So
you sure she's
I can't
not
help it. I don't know what's gone wrong. I don't know how this is going to work.
As you can see with this podcast, we've had a few technical difficulties, so we've had to cut it short. Hopefully on the next one we'll get it all sorted out. So thanks for joining us, and this was Quarterlife Quandary.